So there's that hawk that I've posted in previous videos that lives somewhere around our house here. Those two crows or ravens chased him into that tree. And now he's in there. They don't like him around here, so. It's really windy and really bumpy because I'm zoomed way. Oh, here he goes. He's bailing. Well, welcome back, everybody. Had a really good time camping with my kid on our first trip to Glamis. I can say that it was a lot hotter than we anticipated the first day and a half there. But in the end, one of the best rides I've ever been on. In that video, we recorded like 3 hours of video. Those are just like 20 minutes of the best shots. And the video does not do it justice. That hill is way steeper than it looks on video. And those bowls are way bigger than they look on video. Like I said in the video, it's like you're on another planet out there. It was really a great trip, and all the way around had a great time with him. So, but now we're back to work, back to life responsibilities and all those things. And I get a lot of requests from people that are asking about what I do for a living and how I got into it. And we'll get into that because I'm going to start doing a new series on this new shop if I get the new shop. If you've watched the last few videos, I've talked a little bit about we're trying to acquire the best building in the best location for a really good price right now. It's something I never thought would happen. To me, I'm still amazed that it's happening. And we're still in the middle of escrow. So, you know, we're just praying everything goes good. So this video is going to be about kind of answering a bunch of questions about the tire hauling business that I used to have. And now I only haul my own tires. I would haul my own tires, and then I had an extra employee who would haul tires for all the other shops, and it was very lucrative, and it was a win-win. Tire shops have a really hard time getting rid of tires. We would show up, we would do all the loading, take care of everything, charge them a super fair price, and we would make all kinds of money doing that. Well, over the years, they started to limit us haulers to one delivery a week because they had so many people doing it. Now, I'm a guy with a 16-foot trailer doing it. There's guys with 53-foot box trailers dumping 2,200 tires at a time. We're dumping 200, 250 at a time. So that business went away. I can't haul for other people because I'm only allowed one delivery a week, and that means us. Because in our busy months, we're doing 600 to 800 tires a month, and our slow months, we're doing 400 to 500 tires a month. So I have a constant need to get rid of tires. In the olden days, we used to pay people to come up into the mountains, pick up our tires, and take them down the hill. But that business is a dirtbag business. I'm just going to say it like it is. Out of 10 haulers, you got one guy that's going to be professional, and he's going to be on time, and he's going to do what he says, and he's not going to leave your lot a mess when he leaves. And then he's going to charge you a fair price. And there was one guy doing that for many years, and I used him for like a decade. Well, I sold this shop in 2012, and I went and did another shop in the desert, and I learned how to haul my own tires when I was there. So when I came back to this shop, I've been hauling my own tires, and I tried to start up that hauling business again on the side, and I got canceled because I can only do one delivery a week to the recycling center. So obviously, if I bought a 53-foot trailer and a semi-truck, I could haul all of our competitors' tires and myself and make all kinds of money, but I just don't want to do it. So we're stuck to just hauling our own tires. So when I came back, I started hauling our tires again in 2017. And you guys saw the video where I built the tire hauler trailer out of a trailer I bought like in a junkyard for like $500, and I built the cage on the side of it. And I was able to haul 200 and something plus tires. Well, in April, I showed up with a load, and they said, you can't pull in here with that trailer. And I'm like, well, why not with this trailer? And they said, from now on, you have to have a dump bed. You cannot no longer back up, get out of your truck, and sit there for an hour unloading. They want you to back in, dump, and split. So that meant I couldn't dump there again. So another limitation. So I started looking at dump trailers a while back because I liked the idea of not having to dump anymore, because I'm getting tired of offloading 5,300 pounds all by myself. It's on my way home. It's not on the way home for any of my guys. I could pay them to come down with me and unload and then drive all the way back up the mountain, but it's just easy for me. I'm on my way home, I pull in there, I'm out in 45 minutes, but it's a lot of work. So I've been toying with the idea of getting a dump trailer or rewarding myself with a dump trailer here eventually, but the one I needed was going to be about $15,000 to $17,000. So that's way on the back burner, but now I have to have it. So I went to my welder buddy, told him what I needed in terms of specifics. I needed it 96 inches wide. I needed it to dump so high so that all the tires flush out the back and don't get stuck. I needed the axles far enough back so when you do that and it shifts all that weight, the trailer doesn't do a wheelie. And he put the whole thing together and saved me thousands of dollars doing it. Took him about a month to build it, but here are some progress pictures. He would call me every few days and go, come take a look at it. And he just does incredible work. His welds look like they're done by a machine. And I picked the thing up and we started using it. So here's some video on that. All right, so we got her in here for the first load. And let's see how she looks. Looks like what we're going to do is build some kind of ramp here so they can just roll them right up in there. Then they don't have to climb up in there. So we're loading the first load. We're going to see how many tires we can get in here. And because of the backup of me not being able to dump, relying on private party tire haulers, we've accumulated like 2,000 tires in here. So I'm going to dump once a week until we're all caught up. We'll see how this goes. So we'll head out here soon. All right, so my goal was 150 and we're gonna get right about to 140. A lot of that is dependent upon tire sizes. There's a lot of truck tires in there, so I think 150 was a good guesstimate. So it's full. We're gonna take this thing down right now. Oh my gosh, I just stepped over here and realized I towed this thing all the way down the hill without that locked. Oh, that was gnarly. My storage unit closes at 7. I got here at 6, and I had to unload all those tires into the new trailer before they close. And then I had to dump one trailer, hook up another trailer, move it, dump it, hook up another, back it into the space, dump it, hook up this one just now, and I'm out of here, and it's 6:55. Woo! I better hurry up. Hopefully I'll get out of here. All right, made it, 6:57. I punched in the wrong code at first, which is par for my course, just like forgetting to lock that hitch all the way down the mountain. All right, it's November 2nd and an update on the trailer. All right, I'm going down one of the steepest parts, and before, if you look at my tack there, I don't know if you can see it, that thing would be revving up to like 2,400, 2,500, and I'd have to keep slamming the brakes on. But look how this exhaust brake is keeping it at about 1,000 to 1,100. And I got no foot on the brake, I'm just in first gear. So this brake is working awesome. My second trip down the hill with it. And I mentioned in the first video how it just felt like this thing was ramming my truck down the hill. I smoked my brakes coming down. Now, I put it in first gear, I let it idle up to like 2,500 RPM, and then I would gently apply the brakes, but this thing wanted to stay at 2,500 RPM and just push me down the hill. So what we did was, I got an exhaust brake, and then here's a screenshot of what I got and how much it was, and we stuck it in here, and now if you look, my RPM's right at about 1,000, 1,100. I'm not touching the brake at all, and this thing is working great. This Jake brake is working absolutely awesome. And we put the switch right here below the column so I can get to it with my left hand whenever I need to. So I'm just coasting in first gear, barely using the brake, maybe on a couple of the turns where I just want to coast through the turn. And another couple additions we did was I figured out how to adjust the trailer brakes on the trailer brake module under the dash, and those are working great now. And then I also hooked up the charging wire from the 7-way plug to my truck to the battery that's mounted and housed under the bed on the trailer, so that battery's charging all the time. And then I topped off the hydraulic pump fluid, and I think we got this thing dialed. You can see I'm just coasting here, and I'm going down steep, man, like 10%, 12% grade right here. I guess the last thing that's driven me nuts since I bought this truck 3 years ago was I like to drive up and down this hill with my window open. You know, it's beautiful, and you're doing 25 to 50 miles an hour, and it's beautiful just to have your arm out the window, at least till you get to the hot desert part. But oh, I got a trailer behind me. I'm gonna have to pull over or he's gonna smoke his brakes because he doesn't have a Jake brake. So I can smell that dude's brakes. That guy was just at my shop getting a trailer tire, and oh, he just passed me and his brakes are smoking. We're at the bottom of this hill. It's 15 minutes downhill, steep, 16% in some turns. Woo! So yeah, man, I'm glad I got the Jake brake. I pulled over for him because he's roasting his brakes. Anyway, the last thing was, I was talking about having my window down. I couldn't do it in this truck because the wind would always come around and hit me right in the ear, and it just drove me nuts. So I would do weird stuff like crack the other windows and open the back window, and it never worked. So I finally broke down and bought some of these little wind deflectors, and it has completely solved the problem. So there's the recycle plant right there. I'm just here coasting, 900 RPM, Jake brake, engaged. Man, what a difference. I'm gonna go ahead and dump, and maybe I'll record a little bit of that just to top off this video. So thanks for watching. See you next time.